All
right, and then you heard it. Derek Chauvin did speak briefly. Sounded, I didn't hear the exact words, but did address the family of George Floyd. And both sides over the past hour have had their say in front of the judge. 15 minutes where he will now go and assess what he has heard. We had talked with a couple experts a few moments ago who described the process as pretty much Randy Zellin and Will Bruzzo. And Randy, you had said pretty much a judge would probably have 90% of, in his own mind or her mind, exactly what they plan to do. What's the 15 minutes for?
The 15 minutes is probably, it could be some paperwork. It could be really almost like, let's make sure that everything is set and all security measures are in place, rather than the judge saying that and maybe further inflaming passions, but giving everybody at least some time to maneuver around. And it may very well be that this is a monumental decision that this judge has to make. Ask any judge, what's the toughest part of the job? And it's sentencing. And I appreciate the fact that maybe the judge wants to catch his breath before actually saying the words, whether it's 40 years, whether it's 30 years, or whether, as I think it will be, probably 25 years. That is an enormous amount of time and has an enormous amount of impact, not just on the Chauvin family, but on this entire country.
Yeah. Let's listen to what Derek Chauvin did have to say. He offered his condolences to the George Floyd's family. Let's listen.
Mr. Chauvin, this is your opportunity if you wish to give any input to the court. And so I turn it over to you and your attorney.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, due to some additional legal matters at hand, I'm not able to give a full formal statement at this time. But very briefly, though, I do want to give my condolences to the Floyd family. There's going to be some other information in the future that would be of interest, and I hope things will give you some peace of mind. Thank you.
And I'll note that I did read your comments in the pre-sentence investigation as well.
Thanks, Ron.
All right, we are going to take a 15-minute recess so that I can...
Okay, so Will, as a defense attorney, what's he possibly talking about?
Well, I know he has a federal case pending. I believe it's based on the same charges or related charges. So I think he's afraid of incriminating himself further or making a situation worse. But here's the thing. There is a video of him murdering this guy. I don't see any way that he could lose by coming out and offering some explanation. He's looking at between 30 and 40 years. I mean, if I was his criminal defense attorney, I would fashion some kind of explanation, some kind of apology. I offer my condolences to the Floyd family. I mean, that is truly the bare minimum. So, I'd like to know what's going on in this guy's head. All I can remember is him with his knee on Floyd's neck, looking blankly. His eyes were just dead as those civilians were running around screaming at him to get off Floyd's neck. I'd like to know what was going on in his head. What was he thinking? Offer some explanation. But he has declined to do that.
Yeah.
We have to expect worse.
Yeah, Randy, it seems like that was an opportunity for him to apologize and to say that he didn't mean to do that. But as an observer, I get the feeling his attorney said, don't say much because we're going to appeal this and we don't want, you might say the wrong thing.
Nothing more need be said. There is an appeal pending. It's going to be a comprehensive appeal. It's actually going to be an appeal, quite frankly, that has legs to it. And that doesn't make it right. But the criminal justice system is designed to protect everyone. And sometimes in protecting everyone and including the innocent, the guilty people get the benefit of that. As I believe it was Alan Dershowitz said, better that a million guilty people go free than one innocent person go to jail. So yeah, his attorney said, you are not getting into anything. You will apologize. We have an appeal that we have to prosecute, and you've got to defend a parallel federal case.
All right, Will Bruzzo and Randy Zellen, thank you so much for shedding light on this. We really appreciate your insight.
Thank you.
All right, President Biden reaching a deal with a bipartisan group of senators, but now Mr. Biden is saying he won't sign that bill unless he gets another bill with more